am Sharda Mehta, and today we are going to learn the characteristic of particles of matter. There are the four main basic characteristics of particles of matter, and first characteristic is particles of matter are very small in size. Students, particles of matter are so small in size so we can't see them with our naked eyes even under the high power microscope. With the help of one activity, I will explain you that particle size is so small that your idea regarding the size of the particles will be more clear. So let's start to perform the one activity. Here students, we have to take very small amount of color in the glass, and then we have to add water, pure water in the glass. We have to mix it well. So the color is dissolved in the water. Now we have to take very small amount of water of this first glass into the second glass. Again we have to add pure water in the second glass. And the same process we have to repeat again 2 times. Again we have to take small amount of the colorful water of the second glass in the third glass and add some pure water in it. And in the fourth glass again we have to take small amount of water of the third glass and pour some pure water in it. What is our observation? We observe that the color of the first glass is very dark, while then the color of the water is become light. At every step the color of water is goes on light. So what we conclude from that activity? Initially we take very small amount of color and then only we increase the volume of water. That means amount of water is goes on increasing. But in the last glass also our water is remain colorful. What we conclude from that? We conclude that the small amount of this color matter is a consist of millions of tiny particles, and at every step these particles are goes on divide in the water and they impart the color to the water. On the basis of this we can say that particles of matter are very small in size. The size of particles is beyond our imagination. So I hope students your idea regarding the size of particles will be more clear. So let's start to learn the second characteristic of particle of matter. Second characteristic of particle of matter is particles of matter have spaces between them. That means particles have the interparticle space. How the spaces are present in the particles of the matter we will learn with the help of one activity. Here students, we have to take a glass and fill it with the water. Then we have to mark the level of the water with the help of marker pen. Now we have to take near about 50 gram of the salt and add this salt into the water. We have to stir it well so we get salt solution. So when we add salt into the water, it is completely dissolved in the water. Now again we have to check the level of the water. We have to check the level of the water. So all of you observe that there is no change in the level of the water. The level of the water has remained same. So what we conclude from that activity? We conclude that initially we take the considerable amount of the water and we mark the level of the water, and then we add 50 gram of the salt in the water, but there is no change in the volume of the water. The level of the water has to be remain same. So actually what happened there? Where does that salt particles goes? that salt particles goes into the spaces present in the water particles. Salt particles get mixed into the water particles have the spaces between them, and salt particles go into that places, and that's why the volume of the water remains same. There is no change in the level of the water. So on the basis of this, we can say that particles of the matter have spaces between them. Some other examples, like when we make the tea, coffee, lemonade, so we take number of ingredients, we add in the water, so they actually go into the spaces of the water particles and intermix with each other. So this is about the second characteristics. So next two characteristics we'll learn in the next video.